Alrighty, cool. Oh, my bad. Well, we are live. Welcome on in, everybody, to the Coaches Show. If you want to go ahead and talk so we can check your levels.
Think it's all right.
Yeah, that's perfect. Well, we'll get started here now, and we'll get started with head coach Michael Hill. Well, let's get into it right away. Free game weekend you're coming off of. Obviously, some close games there, 2 games that really came down to the wire at the end of the day. What's kind of the focus this week? Obviously, playing free, very taxing on the body especially. So Monday, I assume the guys got a little bit of rest there?
Yeah, they got a good rest day there, recovery day from. Yeah, you could see late in that third period, the legs just start to get out from under you a little bit, and so it's just trying to win the last 20 minutes of that game. And our guys, we did a good job fighting through all the way to the last minute. Just came up short by 1 goal there when they scored it. I think 13 seconds left or something like that on the power play against. And yeah, good recovery day yesterday, and looking forward here.
Yeah. Well, you're playing against a Corpus team that you played less than 3 weeks ago. You played them 2 weeks ago on the road. What kind of advantages does that play, and already knowing what you're going to be expecting this weekend?
I mean, the advantage is that, we have them fairly fresh in our mind from playing them. So for us, and what we're looking for is we're able to relate a lot more of our own game, of our own mistakes, and the way that we had success against them and failures. And so that's the good part about it. Whereas, like, you play someone we haven't played New Mexico in a while, so that's a lot more of a full recap of reevaluating that team and scouting that team. Where a lot of this stuff is fairly fresh. We're really going back on some of the stuff that we did wrong against them or did right, and then also building off of what they were doing in the past weekend, and building of what our corrections need to be as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, speaking of Corpus, kind of look back at that Saturday game where team's down 4-1 after the second period there, but they make their way back. It's a 1-goal game. I mean, how important for you is that compete where this team could be down 2, 3, 4 goals but not shy away from the challenge? I mean, ultimately, it stinks not getting the win in a game like that where you feel like in that third period things are really kind of clicking. But, I mean, you got to be happy with the fact that these guys just seem to not ever give up.
Yeah, we had a good fight there in that last third period. Got it to a 3-4 hockey game, and then pulled the goalie. They ended up getting one there on the empty net, and then we found a good break to pull the goalie again. They got a second one, so turns a 4-3 loss into a 6-3 loss that game. But yeah, our guys fought hard, and always we always have a game plan to try to fight our way back into it. And sometimes it's a game of inches and bounces, and if the bounces and inches aren't working towards your way, that's kudos to the team that hops on it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys played a really good game on Saturday against the Brahmas, and it seems a little akin to kind of how that previous Saturday game at home against them went, where feels like we're the stronger side. We're playing, as most would say, better than them, but you're just not getting the result. How do you dissect and take away those positives where it felt like the team played such a strong game and had a really good showing, but they didn't get the win, so that way it's not affecting the mental of that loss on the sheet?
Yeah, it's all about moving forward, looking forward, and having that short-term memory to just learn upon your mistakes, because you learn a lot more from losses than wins in this game and in this division. And we did fight really hard. We out-hit them. We outshot them. We created more turnovers, and ultimately we just couldn't get the biscuit in the basket enough. And the one time that we did, it was basically off a little bit of a line rush attack, and then Haggerty kind of shoots it underneath the goal line off the goalie's pad and in, and just throwing pucks at the net was something that we needed to do more, and we're starting to do that in that third period for sure. Not sure if really Lone Star got more than 4 shots against in that third period. We were kind of peppering them a little bit, and just had to be stronger in the dirty areas in front of their net front, and Lone Star just had the numbers there that we weren't penetrating enough and weren't getting the goals, because they're a team that collapses really well in the D zone, and so it's really about winning those battles early on and on top of their net.
Yeah. Well, Andrew's got a question for you. You don't have to always answer it. Obviously, some questions you do have the option to decline them. He's asking for Zadi if he's going to be missing any more games due to that match penalty he got for 5 minutes on Saturday.
He's back this next Friday. Talking with the league, emailing, and they reduced the match to just a 1-game suspension. I think when the league reviews that stuff, when they put those penalties through, it kind of goes in favor of, what's actually happening. The referee told me that he cross-checked a kid in the head with the guy's helmet off, and when I reviewed it, I didn't see that at all. The guy was holding on to Azadi's jersey. Guy pulls him down while Haggerty and him are kind of in a scruffle, and Azadi falls on the guy. No malicious intent in anything I saw. So I think that's why ultimately, the league didn't have it as a match, but just a 1-game suspension. And you could agree with it or not. The game's not fair, life's not fair, and whether you do agree with it or not, it's part of life, and you gotta work through this stuff and keep pushing forward and pull the positives out of this about really containing yourself in those scrums and not getting overzealous, because there are some very heavy embellishments going on out there, and especially when you play a team like Lone Star. We're a very physical team, and it's they're really good at slowing the game down sometimes when you get hit and you stay on the ice. Pulls a whistle in there and slows the game down, and so that's just part of the game, and knowing your opponent and everything going forward.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Ty is here with us tonight for the Coaches Show. And when it comes to him, it really feels like he has found such a good place on that line with Risega and Haggerty. Kind of what does that line do such a good job of him, and how does he complement and mesh so well with those guys?
I don't think those guys ever stop talking. They're constantly talking in the locker room, on the bench, all 3 of those guys, and I figured that out, and so they've been on a line for a good minute, and they connect really well. They feed off each other. They're all really good level-headed players. They don't really get they don't stray too far from their emotions. They're very composed in the way that they play the game, and very controlled over everything that they're doing out there, and they have really good chemistry, and they are they're a fast skating line. They're physical, and they produce for us too. So it's just something that they have a good friendship, all 3 of those guys, and I think that's part of it, and goes with how they are and their communication and everything.
Yeah. Well, Andrew's got a question for you. Thoughts on Gerard leaving and the new goalie coming in? We do have a question for you about the goalie here in just a minute.
Oh yeah, got a good look at the new goalie today. Man, is he a solid goaltender. He's bigger than Gerard. He's faster than Gerard. He moves laterally better than Gerard. So it's gets me excited for someone like that. So Gerard made his own decision to leave the team, and that is that. We move on, and our GM did an unbelievable job at finding a goaltender that is going to really help this organization, this team, and he's also had success in this league. He had 10 games with the Wendigo early on in the season with, nearly a 9.3 save percentage. So the guys, I'm really excited for Cassie to be in net, and he seems very composed and very athletic. So it's good having him there.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to ask you. Part one of that question about Casimir was really how vital is it to be able to get a goalie with such a high compete level who's got that NAHL experience at the halfway point in the season where it can be difficult to find guys, especially goalies
Oh
at
yeah, I
that.
think it's big time. He's really mature too. Like he's been in really good situations. He's a veteran player of the game, and someone I think that we're going to rely on here, down the stretch. And it's good to have a guy like we call him Cassie is what I figured out what he likes to be called.
Yeah.
So it's good to have Cassie in the locker room right now, and he gelled really well right away with the group.
Yeah, that's great to hear. I mean, obviously, that's one of the most important things when you got a new guy coming in is just making them feel welcome. So it's great to hear that Cassie feels right at home immediately. Well, speaking of goalies as well, 2 games Saturday and Sunday for Gavin Shawn. I mean, this is somebody that you were just able to pick up and instantly have on this side. I mean, he's had a lot of great performances, and I think back to especially that Saturday performance where he had a lot of big saves. For a guy like him, though, who's not been able to get that win so far this season, how do you work with a goalie like that just to make sure that it's not affecting their mental, even though they're having really great performances in net?
Yeah, it's just having conversations with him. I think just getting him in the right mindset of looking forward. Keep putting in the effort. Trust the process. He played a really good game there on Saturday, and good enough where I felt strongly that he was the goalie to go in on Sunday. And so he's been always working hard. He's trying to better himself to better the team. So I really appreciate that about Gavin Shawn's work ethic.
Yeah. Well, we also got another Wrangler here in Kirill Evsenev, and he's somebody who over the last couple series has really come on strong. I mean, he seems like he's this guy who is always creating really strong quality chances in the offensive zone. What is it about Kirill's game that he just excels at so well?
I think he's able to really create space, and he's got really good feet out there, one of our better skaters. So his escapability with the puck, his offensive ability and vision, what he's able to do out there. And he's been on a line that's been building chemistry right now too. All of them speak Russian, so that was my idea. Like, let's get these guys together, see how they play, and so far, when doing that, I think made the change. I don't know, 2 weeks ago or so, and Krill's got like 2 goals in that span with this new line, so it's a good push for the kid, and he's been nothing but a pleasant player to talk to and try to get him in the right space, because ultimately he's got a lot of hockey left in his game that he can improve on, and he's been really buying into that and trying to really put forward what the team needs out of it and how he could help the team right now. So Krill's been on and up as of lately, coming back from the World Juniors when he represented Lithuania.
Yeah, I mean, and that's awesome as well. That's got to be a great experience for Kirill. We'll definitely talk to him and ask him about that for sure. Really, for you, what is one of the difficulties of the job when it comes to the back half of the season? Obviously, because this is definitely one of those times where there's a lot of moving parts, where it's preparing for the series, getting guys tendered, kind of starting to build for next season's roster. What are some of those difficulties you face with this kind of job?
I don't know if there's really any difficulties. I've been through it for almost 10 years now, and I think it's just making sure that you're organized the right way. I think that's the biggest struggle, and that's not even really a struggle, if you know what I mean. So it's making sure that the communication that I have with the staff, both above me and below me, is primed, and that we're very open, because there's a time in this league in junior hockey that you're looking at future as well as building into what you have right now, and we have to start a little bit of a recruiting time as well, building into the spring, and at the same time, it's good that we have a worker like Stearnsy that's learning the right way and really taking a lot under, you know, his self, and with working with Hoodie every day, and what he's doing to build the team currently as the GM and for the future is, you know, it's all about being organized in that. So I think I would say, like, back to your question, it's just the challenge is to make sure that you're organized the right way, and the communication is happening, and getting better at that. You know, within even, you know, with Sutsi being the owner and everything like that, making sure that he's in the loop, and all those that are in the hockey operations realm that are in the know of what's going on, to make sure that there's no surprises as we move forward here too.
Well, Andrew's got a question for you. What would be a dream coaching destination for you?
Probably Amarillo, Texas. You know what? I'm over here.
There you go. Yeah.
No, I don't know. I haven't really thought much of that. I think, you know, ultimately, if I had to go like pro, you know, like NHL, Dallas Stars, would be the place that, you know, having calling Fort Worth my home. Maybe that's a dream, but for where I'm at here in junior hockey, I love the North American League. It's given me the life that I have, both as a player. I met my wife playing in this league, and it's given me an opportunity to provide for my family in this league. So I think Amarillo is probably a place that I would call the dream, and working for, and everything for this job, because I love the age of these players. I connect with them. My sense of humor and my player coachability and everything is a little bit more on their level. Guys know about my open door policy, and I can have any conversation with them, whether it's talking about what kind of food they eat or, you know, like how they're playing. So it's, you know, we have wide range of conversations with the players, and making sure that they know that I care, and that you know, the connection's there, to make sure that I trust them, they trust me, and I think it just goes to that this level, this league is where I've always known, and it's one thing that has always been the most enjoyable part of my life that's outside my family.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know I've talked to quite a few fans throughout the course of my time here as well. They've all said the same exact statement about you and Lucas, is that they love having you guys here as the coaches. They cannot speak any more highly of you than they already do. I mean, they have told me so many times how much they love having you two guys here, and it definitely exudes from kind of how you guys coach from on the bench to outside in the community as well. You guys are really community driven with what you're doing. So talking to the fans, they love having you two guys here.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
I'm sure they love hearing that kind of answer from you as well. Well, last thing for you as well from me before we got a question from Andrew is Parents Weekend is this weekend. How awesome is that for these guys to have just this series where parents are going to be coming in, they're going to be able to see their families and everything like that?
It's great. It's such a breath of fresh air for these guys. I mean, we got Parents Weekend, we got the Youth Stanley Cup tournament, so there's a lot going on this weekend. I mean, the guys are, I'm sure, excited to have their family in town, and maybe it gives them a little boost, you know, something to play for, that they're here live to watch, and it's exciting for them, and for me to meet the parents that I haven't met yet before. And yeah, like I said too, big weekend at the Ice Ranch, at the Civic Center, hockey all weekend, 4 days of hockey, from Friday to Monday. Got about 40 teams with the Stanley Cup tournament that the organization has been putting on. I know a little bit. That's Austin Sutter and Caitlin Anderson and Brandy. That's their little baby. You know, this tournament is awesome. My younger brother played in it. Nice. I would say about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe. And he ended up winning it when he was playing for the Fort Worth team. So it's kind of fun. I had my dad picture of it when he came to visit in December, and told Sutsy about it, like, hey, he played in it and he won it, and you see him holding the little Stanley Cup that they have. But yeah, it's great. I mean, hockey all weekend, and it's gonna be a blast. My daughter's playing in it too, so it's gonna be the first hockey tournament that I've got to see her play in.
Mm-hmm.
And that excites me to just see her out there in the 8U, and so we're lucky that she doesn't play on Saturday, but Sunday morning we'll be up and early at 6 a.m. and ready to go. So yeah, it's really exciting, both as a organization and everything that is going on here.
Yeah. Well, Andrew's got a question for you about the history in Topeka when it comes to hockey. He's asking, do you think the FPHL team, the Scarecrows, will last, or do you think it's a short-term thing? I mean, obviously the FPHL, it does vary. I mean, you see teams in markets like Danville kind of try to maintain a market, but it's not always easy, and there's a lot of moving parts that just make it difficult at times.
Yeah, I don't know. The market there in Topeka was really good when I played there, and so that was, now this is crazy to think, 2010, 2009, how long ago that really was, like, holy moly, 16, 17 years ago. And it was awesome because we had a lot of fans when I played there. And then after I left and played college, I don't know what the fan base was like after that too much. I did hear that it fizzled out a little bit, but I mean, having some dormant periods of no hockey and then bringing it back is probably good for the team or the city there in Topeka. Always got a good little soft spot for Topeka. That's the city I was married in and met my wife, and so yeah, I hope them the best of luck, because I know there's a lot of diehard Topeka hockey fans that would really like to see a team there full time. And when I was there, they had a little bit of a youth hockey program, and once the team exited the city, whether it be the Scouts or the Pilots, whatever they were, it's sad to say, but probably the youth hockey program went away with it. So hopefully that just sparks hockey there, and just the I think it's so big time to have youth hockey in smaller markets, and like Amarillo's not the biggest, but like our hockey program with the youth and adult league and West Texas Wranglers and the Amarillo Wranglers, it's growing and growing, and it's awesome seeing this happen, because it creates, for me, just more love for the game and more opportunities to help, and so that's where I've found a real joy in being out on the ice for when my daughter has practice on Mondays and everything like that. It's fun helping coach and volunteer and help out in that. So I think it'll be there long term. It's all based upon the business and the owners there too, though. But hopefully Topeka lasts, and I have a good feeling about everything and the growth of Amarillo right now and the hockey here. So it gets me really excited for the future.
Yeah, well, it's great to hear. Well, Coach, thank you for hopping on.
All right, thank
and
you,
we'll have
Danny.
Assistant Coach Lucas Stern join us now.
All right, just a quick question for him then, right?
Yeah.
On and off.
On and off. Well, first of all, Coach, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, having fun.
There you go. It's always a good time on Wednesdays doing the Coach Show. Well, first of all, let's talk to Coach Hill about this a little bit. You're the goalie guy. We got a goalie question, obviously. The elephant in the room that needs to be addressed. New goalie, Kazu Wexstrom, coming on and joining this team. How important is it for this team to get a really good goalie of his caliber that's got a high compete level, has a lot of good speed, has a lot of different edges to his game halfway through the season when sometimes it can be difficult to find a high-quality caliber goalie like that.
I mean, I'll give our GM Harry Mahood a lot of credit. Like he's always on top of things, and he found Cassie, and we're just really excited to have Cass. Like he came in, we got him from the airport yesterday, and just immediately he was expressing how happy he was to be here and how excited he was to be a part of this organization, and just immediately just all smiles, all bundle of joy. Where getting onto the ice, like guys might have a couple nerves, the first few minutes into a skate, but he settled in really well today. And he was just fighting for pucks. You could really see the athleticism, the compete, his skating, the depth that he was getting out to like the top of his crease and making saves, and he was just battling. And immediately he's talking with Shauner, and just kind of those two are chumming it up, and it's really good to see that those two immediately are talking to each other and just getting to know each other. So like it's awesome for us to have him come into the picture, and we're just really excited to have him and see what happens with him moving forward.
Yeah. Well, Andrew's got a question for you. He wants to know why sometimes on the bench you guys will wear cowboy hats and other times you don't. Is there kind of a secret planned days for those?
You just go by what you feel.
There you go. You go by what you feel. Exactly. All right. Well, another question for you is you'll kind of digest a lot of not only other teams' power plays and penalty kills, but a lot of the Wranglers as well. For those 3 games, this is a team that had to go on the penalty kill a lot of times. Overall, how would you rate the penalty kill from this past 3-3 series that we had? Because it felt like there was a lot of good bright spots, a couple close opportunities for shorthanded goals, and killing off a 5-minute penalty as well.
Yeah, I mean, the boys just really dug in. They dug in. They really bought into what we were trying to tell them on the pregame meetings with penalty kill, and we got a lot of good practice on it during those 3 games, and going against a very, confident and strong power play. Like you got to give both of those teams a lot of credit on what they do on the power play. You can't discount them ever, and our boys just really bought into what we were telling them to do, and just really laid it on the line. Like you saw a couple block shots that were huge, and it may be a secret, it may not be, but I mean that's why you see the benches get up for block shots so much. Like it hurts, but that's what it takes to win, and we were doing everything we could to kill those penalties off, and guys are jumping off like saying, hey, I got the next block, and it was really good to hear that and just see that like the guys they're just fighting. They're just trying to be doing whatever they could to get us a little bit of energy when it's always a little bit frustrating when you take a penalty, whether it's deserved or not, because you never want to be a man down. But then at the same time, the boys are blocking shots. They're clearing pucks out. They're sprinting for changes, and all you can hear is the guys getting onto the ice like, hey, way to go, nice job, like let's keep rolling here. And they just did a really good job on the kill, just fighting through some adversity, and it's gonna pay off in the long run getting that in-game practice like that, and we got a lot of good teaching points out of it.
Yeah. What is one thing that you would say you definitely learned that's kind of stuck out to you from Coach Hill so far this season?
Just the way he thinks the game, like he sees it so well, and he's one of those guys. He's just a student of the game, and it's been a lot of fun to try and keep up knowledge-wise because I'm learning so much from him. But he just really is dialed in at all times, and being with someone dialed in at all times, like it's really refreshing, and it's awesome to see, because you just want to be matching that level, and kind of forces me to do that, and it's a lot of fun to do it. But I mean, I'm learning a lot from him, so I can't really give you one specific answer, because it's not just one singular thing. Like, it's multiple things that, I'm learning on a daily basis, whether it's, how he's communicating with the guys, how he's structuring practices, thinking about the lineups, or, on special teams, like power play, penalty kill, like how his mind works and how he sees the game, to where it's, hey, they're doing this, we can do this, and it'll give us these options. So, it's not one specific thing, but it's just been an absolute treat, and I'm learning a lot from him, and it's always something new that I never know what I'm gonna pick up new each day.
Yeah. Well, I got one more question for you, because I was told to keep it quick and short here tonight. Last question for you is, if you look back a year ago at 1 year ago, Lucas Stern, I mean, would you ever think to yourself that this is where you'd be at right now, getting this promotion on up to the North American Hockey League, coaching, and then with an organization where the fan base loves you so much that they want to lock you up here permanently?
It's a tough thing to answer, because I'm always gonna be very locked in and present where I'm at, right? So, when I was in Jersey before this, I didn't know that this was gonna happen. I didn't expect it, but it's always been a dream of mine to get into this league, and especially to be with such a great organization and program like Amarillo is. And I guess I could say no, but I was always hoping that a call like this would come. But going back a year ago, it's coaching in a different league out in Jersey and just dealing with kind of a lot of the same stuff, with junior hockey players out there. I was very locked into what I was doing there, but then when they wanted to bring me on board, I think it was something that I just really couldn't say no to. And I've enjoyed my time so much here, and I know I've mentioned it before that I just it's just a place that I could see myself being for a long time. And I guess the long and the short answer is no, I didn't expect it, but my God, am I happy that he did give me that call. And now it's just time that we continue to work and get better and improve, not just the players, but ourselves as coaches every single day. And we're just trying to do that. So as long as we're doing that and we're having fun while we're doing it and just making sure that we get the guys better, then that's all we can do.
Yeah. Well, thanks for hopping on.
Appreciate
We'll have
it,
Ty Zotti join us now. Sorry, you got to wait a hot second to eat your food. I know, bad timing. Bad timing.
Hey, it's okay. I'll eat your food for you.
Yeah, he'll eat it for you. Yeah, I would highly suggest put them on. You can just do like what I do. I leave one ear off, or I can hear myself and you.
Oh, I can't even hear you though.
Okay. Yeah, well, make sure you get it close enough so they can hear you. If you want to go ahead and just test it for me.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
that's good.
All right.
Well, we got Mr. Hollywood himself here with us, the movie poster golden child from California. First of all, tell the fans about that whole backstory about you being on a movie poster, for those that don't know.
Yeah, my billet dad always asks me to do it when I'm on the radio too. No, my dad, he's worked in Hollywood for most of his life, and his company kind of designs the movie posters or packages, trailers. And so one time they were working on a movie and said they just needed a kid to kind of come in and see if he works for this one spot. And me and my sister both came in and kind of posed for it a little bit, stood with our dads, it was like a photo shoot basically, kind of crazy. And in the end they decided they wanted me, so now I'm on one of the movie posters for Jurassic World, and it's pretty cool.
Do you ever just fire that off as a chirp? If anyone's chirping your back, be like, yeah, well, I'm on a Hollywood movie poster? No? Okay.
Icebreaker maybe
Okay, there you go.
alive, but never on the ice.
Well, I was talking to Coach Hill about this as well, and you have been on an absolute hater since joining the line with Resega and Haggerty. What is it about being on a line with those guys that's just so easy for you? I mean, he said with you guys are always talking all the time, the three of you. It's cannot separate you at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really just me and Resega. We were together last year for a little bit once I got traded here, and we've always sort of played against each other. He was in Arizona, I was in California, and I mean, we just know how to find each other on the ice, kind of unspoken connection. And Haggerty's really great at helping defensively, offensively, has a great shot. So we're all just kind of gel together, and talking especially is very important for it. But yeah, I'm happy about it.
Yeah. Well, what has been your favorite memory of the season so far? And, I mean, is it the 11-hour pit stop
No.
coming back? No, okay, obviously not. I don't think that's anybody's at the end of that. Just joking. But for you, what is that favorite memory so far of the season?
Man, I gotta think. I'm not even sure. It's all kind of flown by pretty quickly, but I mean, a couple of times when we've swept, I feel like those bus ride home when if we do win on a Saturday, those are always the best because we got guys connecting and not all somber on the bus. But I mean, there hasn't really been much that I've been complaining about. It's been a fun time for me all around.
Yeah. So far this season, what has been the biggest thing that you personally have taken away under Coach Hill and Stearnsy?
I mean, always just like stick to it. We're gonna have times where we go up, we go down, whether it's in the game and standings with whatever it is, and just kind of don't really waver through any of it, and keep spirits up, keep grinding, and keep staying to whatever it is that we're doing, and don't really worry about it. It's gonna work out.
What is your favorite barn to play at on the road in this division?
Well, we got back from Corpus 2 weeks ago. That one was very cool. I hadn't ever played in that one, and still haven't played in Lone Stars yet. I could tell you ones that I definitely don't like playing at, which is most of them, but I feel like Corpus was definitely pretty, very electric atmosphere to be at, but yeah. And ours.
So what is a personal goal you would say you have for yourself in this back half of the season?
I mean, just kind of keep doing what I'm doing, and I mean, win games for the team. Like, do whatever I can to contribute to help our team kind of just keep playing the way we know we can, and really go on a run here towards the end of the year.
Well, there you go. Well, Parents Weekend is this weekend. Your folks coming into town for that?
Yes, I have my dad, my mom, and my sister all coming this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be exciting for you knowing that they're going to be there.
Yeah, they'll even get a house, so I get a couple home-cooked meals as well.
Nice. Well, what is you got any superstitions? And if so, what are they?
Superstitions I'm not sure about, but I do have, like, things that I do have to do where if I play a game and I think I do good in it or I get a goal, I know I have to repeat that exact same cycle, like going to the rink and then coming home, exactly 2-hour nap, make some food, something like that, and then putting the gear on the exact same way, same warm-up, stuff like that. I wouldn't say exactly superstitious, but I try to do what I can.
Yeah. Well, any game day routines? Because it sounds a little similar to that. I mean, I know a lot of guys are different. Some guys, they might be getting some coffee in the morning. Other guys, they might be staying away from that.
I do have one. Whenever we have games at home, I do make myself a cup of hot chocolate and our little thing that we have at the rink. So I will make hot chocolate before most of the games, or at least try to.
There you go. Well, thanks so much for hopping on, and we will have Kirill join us. Evstiniv. Yeah. Oh, trust me, I learned from your billet family. They told me. Because I think I did it. I think I said Estinev at first, and then they're like, nah, that's not correct. And I was like, all right, thank you. Well, first of all, how are you doing?
Good, nice to see you.
Good. It's going good. Well, obviously, the big thing that we want to talk to you about, Coach Hill mentioned it as well. You were away playing in World Juniors for your home country. What was that experience like?
It was great. Obviously, international competition. It's European hockey, too. It's a little different from here. It's bigger sheet. That's also where I was raised. I was born in Lithuania and then played there in Europe, Canada. So it's a little different hockey from here, but I still remember how it goes. Bigger sheets, more about skill, bigger ice. So it's good. I use that to my advantage. Like I try to use it here too, even though it's more of a smaller space, so you're forced to play more physically here. But which I think I proved upon a lot this year. But yeah, I still remember it. It's a good experience in general too. It was in Italy. Can't ask more.
Yeah. Well, you've been on a new line these past few series. What has that line been like for you, and what is it about your line mates that just makes it so enjoyable?
Yeah, it's my line mates, Igor and Dolly. We're both raised from the same system, so me and Hilsey kind of talked about it. I mean, I started off the season as a winger. Then we decided to make me a center, and from there I feel like I've been way more efficient. The guys, we were raised more in the same system, and we understand each other a lot, so we follow Coach Hill's, obviously, what he says, but whenever we get the time to get a little more creative in ozone, we understand each other a lot, and we practice a lot too. We stay after each practice for an hour or so, maybe more, just implementing what we can put in the game, and we get better every day.
Well, for you as well, I talked to Coach Hill about this, and he said the biggest thing that you bring to this team when you're out on the ice is creating space. Would you have to agree with that?
Yeah, I feel that's one of my strengths too. Yeah, I used to try to use my skating and speed to my advantage in order to do so, and create space for my line mates, and obviously help the team win.
Yeah. What has been your favorite memory so far this season for you?
There's been plenty actually. We have a great group of guys, great coaching staff, and every day it's a new memory. But I think I'd say trip to the Corpus was pretty cool. Something I'm not really used to, or a lot of guys are playing the game middle of January at a beach when it's 80 degrees outside. So I'd say that was cool, and I thought we played pretty well too, even though not the best results we wanted, but we're gonna apply what we can learn from it and get to this weekend.
Yeah. Well, what is a goal you have for yourself to accomplish by the end of the season?
To be honest, I haven't really thought about the end of the season. I try to focus most day by day, practice by practice. We want to talk to the coach, my teammates a lot, so we watch video together too of our previous games, so we'll just try to implement that in the next game and take it step by step.
Yeah. Well, obviously for you, like a lot of these guys, the main goal is to go play off in college at the end of their junior hockey career. But have you thought about the notion of playing back in your home country or over in Europe at all at some point?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, to be truly honest, same thought process. Maybe it depends where it takes, but from what I learned while playing in different junior teams and the CHLs too, and just kind of stay in the moment. It's only 4 to 5 seasons, so I just try to take it day by day and play my best, and we'll see where it takes me.
Yeah. Well, appreciate you hopping on. We'll let you go finish eating.
Yeah.
Yep, we got Skinner. Logan unable to make it. Doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Well, you guys are coming. This is not the first time it's done this. We have to use their public Wi-Fi, so it's a little wonky at times. Just gotta refresh this, make sure we're still actually live. Yeah, network is going downhill. Oh, hold on. There we go. Well, you guys are coming off of a free game weekend. Kind of take us through that. How'd that go for you guys?
Yeah, so it was a long weekend. Definitely not the outcome of some things that we wanted, but we faced some adversity. We battled back through it. We got a nice win Saturday night and went down to Dallas the next day and played the Brahmas great. So overall, I thought there was a lot to be proud of this weekend. A lot to work on for sure, but I think our team's definitely moving in the right footstep in the right direction, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Well, for you guys are the new kids on the block in the NA3HL and in the South Division as well. And you got a really stacked division at that with a lot of talented teams. I mean, what is it like knowing that you guys are able to compete with some of these top dogs that have been around this division and league for a long time?
Yeah, it's been awesome playing against them. Throughout the season, I personally feel like I've got so much better playing against all of those kids that are so good and that are older, they're stronger. Development-wise, it's been great for us, and I think other kids on our team are starting now to figure out how to play against those kids and really kind of just holding like their own out there. It's been great. It's been a great experience, but as a team, I think we're finding our way, so I think that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's it like for you guys knowing that there is the North American Hockey League team right across the street from you? I mean, is that kind of something you guys think about where it really drives you to go out there and have those kind of performances where you give Coach Hill and Stearnsy a little bit of a selection headache and think, hey, maybe I call this guy up and give him a chance?
Yeah, it's definitely very motivating waking up every morning knowing that you really have something to practice for, trying to get that opportunity literally just across the street. It's also great seeing kids on our team that have done that, practice with them for weeks and even play games with them. So it's definitely a very motivating thing, I'd say. And yeah, I mean, also just watching them practice and watching them play games, like you see how good they are and you look up to that almost knowing that you want to be there someday. So it's been nice having that for sure.
Yeah. Well, head coach Austin Sutter, who's also the president of the team, he's been around hockey for a long time. So what are some of the things you've learned from him? I mean, obviously he's got such a wealth of knowledge when it comes to hockey.
Well, I would say some things I've learned from him. He's just how to really battle through adversity, being a good person, and just really being I would say a big theme for us is being a warrior, not giving up, even like when you have short players, a short bench, just kind of battling through it, and knowing I'll be worth it on the end. I'd say that's one main thing I've learned from him this year. He has obviously all the hockey knowledge, lots of great systems, great everything with there. But I'd say outside of hockey, he really teaches you how to be a good person and how to hold yourself accountable, and that's been awesome this year.
Yeah. Well, what has been your favorite memory for yourself so far this season?
We've had a lot of really good ones. The bus trips are always fun. The hotels are fun, and just seeing all the guys in the mornings. I don't know. Just good memories with the boys, I guess. Just being around everyone. It's always a good time doing that.
We had to turn you up. I know for you guys, your levels are not always going to be the same as a broadcaster. It is a little different. You guys not always speaking at such a higher volume that broadcasters might be doing. Well, I mean, for you guys, second half of the season, really what is that goal for you guys that you're trying to set?
Yeah, so I would say our goal is obviously to make playoffs. It's doable for sure, but it's definitely a tough grind, but we all know that we can do it. So I'd say that's probably our big team goal. And our other goals are just like having fun playing hockey. Just, I think when you have fun, like you start winning games, start getting good chemistry. So I'd say just having fun with the guys. But yeah, we're just going into the second half of the season with a good mind. No stress, just play hockey. Not worrying about anything really. So I'd say that's a big message.
What has been your favorite away barn to play at so far this season?
Definitely El Paso. They always have a good crowd. They do stupid things out there. They throwing pucks on the ice, just seeing all their fans, the beer towers. It's a fun environment to play in for sure.
Yeah. Has your parents or your family, any friends been able to come out, see you for a series?
I've had, my parents have been down here a few times. Hopefully get some buddies watching. I know some of my buddies back at home watch our live streams for the games, which is awesome. I love that. And parents do the same thing, grandparents. But yeah, our parents have been down there in Amarillo a few times. Yeah.
Well, that's great to hear. Well, for you personally, when it comes down to it at the end of the year, I mean, what is kind of that next step you're hoping to take with your junior hockey career?
Yeah, I mean, it's been amazing here at Amarillo. So I'd say at the end of the year, definitely would want to come back here next year. I think next year too would be pretty good too. We got a good group of guys returning, I think. And yeah, I'd say at the end of the year, I'd just like to be a good team. Everyone have fun and just get some wins. So yeah.
Do you have any superstitions?
Not a superstitious guy. I used to be a superstitious guy, and then I just felt like I was doing too much, so I don't know, I'm kind of laid back now.
Well, any game day rituals, like you got to always have the same meal, you got to always have your coffee the same way, anything like that?
I mean, I like just listening to music. I like being up, getting moving during the day. I don't like sitting down on game days. So, I don't know, take a nice walk, just get the feet moving, the blood flowing, just stuff like that. Just make sure you're getting the protein in, feeling good for the game.
Well, you guys got any like fun little things you do when you're on the road together as a team? I know the Wranglers, the NA guys, sometimes they're playing Among Us on their phone or they're doing whatever. You guys got anything fun like that?
We've been playing Among Us for sure. We're big Clash Kings down in the NA3 team, so we always play our Clash Wars, always making sure that. On our last one, we started playing a photo roulette, and that was really fun. That was a good time seeing some of the other fellas' photos in there. Oh yeah, I mean, we're just talking, hanging out, bust out some poker cards sometimes because we got tables on the bus, so it's been good, yeah.
Well, how was the NA3HL showcase for you? What was that experience kind of like?
It was very fun. I got to see people I played with before. I got to see old friends, people that I was close with, so that was awesome. But the competition was good. It's nice playing against other teams out of your division for sure. Also, it was fun playing against Wilmer, playing those teams up north. So that was a good time seeing how those boys up there play. But yeah, I mean, I think we had a decent showcase. We definitely would like to want a game or two more, but I think as a team we did pretty good. Learned some stuff about ourselves, so take the positives out of there. Yeah.
Do you got any buddies that play on teams in this division in the South that you know of?
I'm trying to think in the South. I've had a few buddies that have played, but they've got traded. I got a lot of buddies, former buddies that played in teams in St. Louis, and then a few other teams up north. Yeah, the South's been awesome, though. It's been a fun league.
Well, appreciate you hopping on for the best of luck the rest of this season. Well, that's going to do it for us for the Coaches Show this week. We'll have it next Wednesday as well, 6 p.m. And don't forget, you can always join us over at Bubba's 33 from 6 to 7 p.m. Be able to chat with some of the guys and the coaches after it's over with. Everyone have a great rest of your weekend. Well, not week, as we get ready for the weekend. Amarillo Wranglers at home Friday and Saturday against Corpus Christi Ice Rays. The West Texas Wranglers on the road.